Hello guys, welcome to the next video on shell scripting tutorial for beginners. In the last video, we have seen how we can read parameters in our script. Now in this video, I'm going to show you how we can pass argument to a bash script. So whenever you start the script, you can pass some argument with it. So let's get started. So let's discuss the first way of passing the argument and how we can parse those arguments. So we will just write echo, and whenever you pass an argument from a bash script, they are stored into a default argument which are like this. So the first argument which you pass in an array will be stored in $1 variable. Then the second argument which you pass into a bash script will be saved in $2 and so on, right? So for example, if you want to pass 3 arguments, then it will be stored in $1 variable, then $2 variable and $3 variable consecutively, right? So let's pass some arguments and let's print those arguments also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take single quote and I will just write echo $1 and $2 and $3. Okay, so let's start our script and let's see how they are passed. Okay, so I'm going to start my script, which is hello.sh, and here with the script I can pass some arguments. So for example, you want to send some name to a script whenever you start a script. So for example, I want to send 3 names, for example Mark, Tom and John, for example, and I will just press enter and you can see they are printed. So the first name goes into this variable, second name goes into the second variable, and third name goes into third variable by default, right? Now where does this name goes? So the 0th variable, whenever for example you write something like this $0, then you will be able to see this script name also. Okay, so let's run the script once again and let's see what happens. So the same script, and then with the same argument press enter and you can see the name of your shell script also comes. So this is the 0th variable, you can say, and then the actual variables which you actually pass in your script as an argument starts from variable 1 and then so on, variable 2 and variable 3. Okay, so this is how you can pass the argument to a bash script. Now there is a second way of parsing the arguments whatever you pass into your script as an array. Okay, so how we can parse those arguments into an array and then use them. So what we can do is we can declare any variable name, for example args or arguments, whatever name you want to give here, and then there is a default variable in which these these argument goes as an array, and to parse that array you just need to write bracket and in double quotes $@. So this $@ stores your argument as an array, and to pass them you just need to declare a variable and then assign those argument which are stored in this $@ into this argument, right? And now we can echo those arguments. So I'm just going to copy this echo command and then this arg at index for example 1, let's print out the argument at index 1. And in the last video I've shown you how to print an array index, right? So you write $symbol and then the name of your array inside the curly brackets. So inside the curly bracket name of the array and then whatever index you want to see. So for example, I want to see index 1 here, right? And then same way you can do with the second and the third argument at index 2 and the third argument. And let's say we also want to parse the argument which is at index 0. So I'm going to just write arg index 0. Okay, and let's run this script once again and let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to just run the same script with the same arguments and press enter, and you can see those argument which we have passed. First of all, they are printed using this echo command, and then in the second line they are printed using this echo command. So the important thing to notice here is whenever you pass the argument as an array, the first argument which you pass here will be assigned to the array at index 0, right? So these default variables starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, and 0 is the variable for the script name, right? But if you assign them as an array, the 0th index will be for the first argument, right? And then first index will be for the second argument, and the third second index will be for the third argument. So if you delete this also, then the result will be the same. So let's run the script once again with the same argument and the result will be the same, right? Now for example, if you want to print all the argument at once, you can do that also. So you can just write echo and then use this default variable at the rate, which we have used to convert this argument to an array, right? So if you use echo and then this dollar symbol and then this default variable at the rate, then all the arguments will be printed using this variable. So let me comment this code, and now let me print those arguments with this default variable. So let's run the script once again, and the result will be same. So all those arguments will be saved inside this default variable. Okay, now sometimes you want to know the number of argument which you have passed into the script. So to print the number of argument which are passed into the script, you can just write echo, and there is a default variable once again which is hash. Then it's going to print the number of argument which are passed. So in our case we are passing 3 arguments, so it's going to print 3 here. So let's run the script once again and let's see what's the result. So you can see the result is 3 here. Okay, so this dollar and this default variable hash is going to print the number of argument passed to the bash script. Okay, so these are some of the ways you can pass the arguments to your bash script. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.